So pound Aussie, Kiwi yen, Aussie dollar, Aussie, and USD, but not necessarily Aussie USD. Pound Aussie, got that, Kenneth? Pound yen, says Wolfie. Okay, well, that's good. Well, anyways, hey, let me remind you that trading is risky, not appropriate for everyone. Your past performance, good or bad, is not necessarily indicative of future results. Please stay small, stay humble, focus on the long term. Never risk money you cannot afford to lose. It is what? The Wednesday, June 6th, 2018. My name is Wayne McDonell. I am the Chief FX Market Strategist for TradersWay.com. Thank you very much for being a client. That's not a punch, that's a knuckle. Ciao. You want to do some webinars? Okay. Sounds good. I do webinars 7:30 in the morning every day. Oh, Jean-Guy, wire the money. Right on, Jean-Guy. Welcome to the family. 30 diamonds in the sky, right, Jean-Guy? Yeah. Jean, stepping it up, yeah. Right on. Hey, I do these sessions Monday through Friday here at Forex.Today, 7:30 in the morning, Monday through Friday. Thank you very much for being a client. We appreciate you. We work hard for you. We offer you low spreads, world-class customer service, etc., etc., etc. You can choose an ECN. You can choose a variable spread. You can choose a fixed spread. It's all good. Your way at TradersWay. Ronald's my guy. What? Shine your light like a... Yeah, right on. All right. So anyways, thank you very much for being on my team, guys. I appreciate you. I hope you find success in trading. That's why I'm here every single day. So I thought I would start today taking a look at the calendar. Hey, Frankie boy. How do you do to you? So we talked on Monday about Aussie moving, right? Talked about Aussie moving, and it's been pretty good. It's been up and down, which is the problem. So anyways, let's kind of, we're at the hump day, right? We're on Wednesday, halfway through the trading week. So let's just kind of see where we've been, where we're going, right? A little Forrest Gump. Okay, RBA kept the interest rate the same. That was back yesterday. But it was actually kind of the day before. Then GDP, right? 3.1. Wow. Yeah, that's pretty nice, right? That's the output for Australia. The growth of 3.1%. That's pretty decent. Okay? That's quite decent. So those are some good numbers. And this is where we stand now. Okay? So coming up today, we have some trade balance of the United States. I don't expect a lot of volatility out of that. The CAD numbers, the IVPMI at 10, yeah, that can move the CAD. So watch your CAD, watch your CAD yen. And it's interesting now because of falling oil prices, CAD's been, well, a little weak, right? So maybe she pops today. So if you're at support or resistance on that kitty CAD, maybe that offers you a scalp. And then, as you know, we got more Aussie news tonight. Import-export data. Now, that's more important. So I kind of bumbled through it today on USD stuff, but tomorrow's Aussie stuff. See, a key component to their economy is that they're a major exporter, particularly of natural resources, right? So that could move their market more than our trade balance, because we have a bigger market in the United States. We do many different things, right? And plus, we kind of import. Well, we actually import a lot more than we export. Australia is supposed to export more than they import. So anyway, so that should move the Aussie more than the same news release moves the dollar. Okay. Zipping on along, Euro GDP coming up later tomorrow, and then Chinese news the next Asian session after that, after this Aussie trade balance, so 24 hours after that. Then you get all this Chinese news, which will move the Aussie. Okay. And then Friday, CAD, more CAD, more Chinese news. CPI, Chinese CPI, Chinese PPI, once again, probably going to move Aussie. It's just relentless. It's going to be Aussie all week. Aussie and CAD, really. Commodity currencies. Cool, right? So that's where we've been, where we're going. Okay. Check this out. This is that oil move. I really wanted to bounce. And then it broke out. So then our trade plan now, after a breakout, is a continuation. Let me get my drawing tool. Okay. So generally when you get a breakout, okay, you wait for the retracement and then you sell at the roll reversal, otherwise known as the scene of the crime. Okay. Right? And that's massive. Like, that was massive support. So to be monkeying around with that is a big deal. Also, you will notice that this week opened oversold. In that case, the standard operating procedure for bears is to sell the retracement back to the 21 on the 4 hour. You're supposed to sell the retracement to the 4 hour 21. Well, that worked out too. Either way, it's usually the same thing. Yeah, Jeremy brings up a point, significant decline, in particular, a quick significant decline in oil prices lowers inflation, right? So the thing is, will it fall far enough to take a rate hike off the Fed table? That'll be interesting, right? Don't think we're quite there yet, but you know, we were 73, now we're 64, 65. Pretty cool. You need to decide if you are a bull, then you need to start finding your price. And that's what this whole gray zone was. Like, it has fallen further than I would have liked. But I guess what I like, the market doesn't really care about, right? So it hasn't even made a 618 yet, but it's pretty close. So yeah, are you going to play? Let's mark this as a 618, and you could argue that that's kind of happened. Okay. So once again, if you're a bull, you wait and you find your lines, you find your prices, you wait for patterns, and you know, you chisel away at it. And if you're a bear, it should be much easier, right? Down, up, down, up, down, up until it stops. Yeah, yeah, you're all okay. So very cool. Very, very, very cool. Actually, you know what? I just want to take one other quick look. How about this? Do you have the time to listen to me whine about everything and nothing at all? I am one of those melodramatic fools. Yeah, neurotic to the bone, no doubt about it. Sometimes I give myself the creeps. Sometimes my mind plays tricks on me. It all keeps adding up. I think I'm cracking up. What's up, Al? Am I just paranoid? Well, I don't know. Okay, so what do you think of gold? Is this really something that you're excited about? You're like, that's what I've been looking for. Do you remember what this gray zone was? We did this on Monday. Actually, I might have done it Friday. That's a sell zone. Now you bought it? All right, let's take a look. Wow, that seems like nomad's land to me. Really? You bought it, huh? Off of what? Wow, I guess you're playing that. I mean, now we're grabbing at straws, right? So you're playing this? Tick, 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 tick. What's your support? Nope. Because this gray zone is a sell zone. You're buying the dip below it, so what did you use to find your, or what support do you have, Brooke, to buy that? Somewhere else, somewhere between $50 and 5 million is typical. Oh, well, okay, so you're playing it like a roll reversal a couple of hours ago, and then it collapsed, huh? M2, yeah, okay, all right, all right. I kind of feel like you're force feeding yourself, but let's see. So I guess you're doing something like this. Okay. I guess what I don't like about it is I think you're applying a trending strategy to a consolidating market. That's my concern. Okay. So that's a reversal pattern, right? But you don't have a trend. Your reversal pattern would have been down here. But on a longer term, like on a longer point of view, I guess perhaps what you're playing is more like this. So yeah, it might work out, but it kind of feels like you're trending sideways more than you're trending up. Yeah. So all right. Good luck with that. Up went do. All right. This is a little trickier, but if you're a bear, you have permission to look for selling in here. If you're already a bear on it, okay? Because you have to define resistance. And I think you could use this zone here as resistance. I think people would agree with that. And then I think you could use this monthly pivot as resistance. I think people would agree with that. Okay, let's clear out some of this. You know, I think we'll just start over here. Oh wait, what was this all about? Oh, I remember. This is actually kind of interesting. Remember how I said these were the easy pips and these were the hard pips? This had to do with last month's pivot points, and we had dropped below the pivot profit zone. So I argued that you didn't need any pips below this red line, that you could just walk away. Now that was 2 weeks ago that we had that conversation. What do you think now? Pretty useful advice, right? At least you know that these extra pips, they're risky pips. They're less productive pips. They're less ideal pips. You could have like gone on vacation here. You know what I mean? Like I think we started the conversation sort of in this period 2.5 weeks ago. I said, well, you could just take your profit on your pound dollar short, go on vacation, right? You don't need to sit around all this time doing nothing. And in fact, that's where people lose most of their money. They don't lose money when it's trending. They lose money when it's consolidating, right? I mean, you have other problems if you're buying this, and you're buying this, you're buying this. You have other problems, right? But I'm assuming you're selling in a falling market. Most people lose money when it stops falling. And what happens is they sell and they lose money, so they buy and they lose money, and they sell and they lose money, and they buy, and they're all over the place, right? Meanwhile, my advice to you was that the low-hanging fruit's gone. Maybe you should just walk away. In fact, you can see I have this set up as a potential reversal. Okay, well, it reversed. It took 10 days, but it did it. So hopefully that's a learning experience. And I'm telling you, those little tidbits are worth a lot. Can you look at USD yen? Okay, yeah. Can you explain why you went short? Why it was short until April 1st? Yeah, that's repatriation flows. And then long May and June and now no, that doesn't sound right. No, so first of all, I don't like trading USD yen. You don't see me cover it that much because I generally don't trade it. Does anyone know why? That's really interesting. They're basically the same thing. So I'm typically either a dollar trader or a yen trader, but I don't typically trade dollar yen. So it's not the narrow average true range and stuff like that. No. Oops, shouldn't have done that. Last click was the wrong click. Oh well. Okay. So yes, it is true. Like yen pairs, I said in August of last year that I'm looking to buy all Japanese yen pairs, but probably not yet. Now you probably could, but I'm not generally speaking about dollar yen. I'm talking about yen pairs, not necessarily the dollar. Dollar yen, yeah. Now, it is also true that the first week of January, I decided, even though I've been buying Japanese yen pairs since August, that I was going to now sell all Japanese yen pairs. That is also true. Okay. And then now, generally, I'm preparing for summer, and you want to thin the herd if you have positions open, or, you know, close your positions and go on vacation. By the way, what do I do vacation? Well, for Memorial Day, my wife and children went to the beach. I stayed home and worked. And so while you're probably at the beach with your wife and kids this summer, I will be at Harvard studying Islamic finance for probably 80 to 100 hours per week. Yeah, that's what I do for fun. But I'm going to get wicked smart one day. I'm going to get smart. You look out. This is what I do for fun. I sit and I read thousands of pages, write thousands of words, get in groups with really smart people and talk about really complicated things. It's going to be fun. What a great vacation, right? All right, cool. So anyways, pig dog done. Next, let's take a look. Okay, Noki, we are still in the buy zone. The buy zone is here. The bear zone, even though it's falling, I'm telling you, it's not a very easy one to trade. Okay, but let me go back. I guess I got to go 15-minute chart. All right. Let's say you're a bear on this. Okay, this is the weekly central. Okay, and you can see you're kind of out of position here early on Sunday. If you're a bear, you're out of position with pivots. You change the chart to a 4-hour chart and you sell off the 21 EMA. Oh, like that. I know, right? Boom. Very cool. Well, the thing with Good Will Hunting is that they did film some of it at Harvard, but much of it is filmed at MIT, which is a whole mile away. Right, so if you're on the red line in Boston, MIT is generally, you can get off at Kendall or you can get off at Central, right? So it goes Kendall Station, Central Station, and then Harvard. So Central Station is right in between Harvard and MIT. Yeah. Yeah, the Harvard bar scene is great. But then you're like, yeah, but that sucks because he just has photographic memory. Yes, I did talk about being a master, talk about USD, but is not better. No, so I'm talking about not one pair, one currency. So if you're talking about the conversation where about the greenback guru, that means you become an expert in the dollar, and you decide whether you, as an expert, whether people on the long term or medium term should be a bull on the dollar or a bear on the dollar. That's what your research is all about. And you can back that up with all kinds of economic data and macroeconomic theory to have that opinion. Okay? Bull or bear. Not based on opinion, but your research. Okay? Once that's done, now if you decide, let's say you're a buyer of dollar, as an expert in the US dollar, you're bullish. Now all you have to do all day, every day is use technical analysis to look for currency pairs that are weak, or currencies that are weak, and trade them against the dollar, which you're already bullish on. You're weak, you're bearish. If the euro looks weak today, sell euro dollar. If pound looks weak today, sell pound dollar. If Swissy looks weak today, buy dollar Swissy. If CAD looks weak today, buy USD CAD. And you always know what you want to do because your medium to long bias is set because of your expert research. And the rest is just look for something weak or whatever or strong, pair them together, and you're always trading strongest versus weakest or weakest versus strongest, depending, and that kind of stuff. Okay? That's what I meant. Not trade only. The worst thing you could do is only trade the same pair over and over and over again. Because that means you're trading them when they're both moderately strong, you're trading them when they're both moderately weak, you're trading them both when they're super strong, you're trading them both when they're super weak, you're trading them when one is stronger than the other, or vice versa. And then you look back after a year of doing this and you're like, damn, my trading history is pretty inconsistent. Right? And then you realize, oh my God, I could never be consistent because that one pair could never be consistent. What if you only bought US dollar? That's consistent. And what if you only bought it against currencies that are weak today? Then your trading's consistent. Now, what you trade might be inconsistent, but you're consistently buying dollar versus whatever's weak in the moment because you believe dollar on the medium and long term is strong. So in the moment, you're always picking on the weak link. You know what? You should write that and put it in a book. Oh, wait, I did 10 years ago. Hey, 10 years ago! Yeah. Yeah. Crazy, right? Hey. I'm in Georgia. Don't put down the K's like that. Don't put down a bunch of K's. Yeah. Whoa. Macon, Georgia is maybe, what, an hour from me? And Macon, Georgia was, I think, the world headquartered for the Ku Klux Klan. They would have rallies with like 50,000 bed sheets, right? Right? You're like, that's a lot of K's, my friend. Yeah. No comment. That's a lot of K's. All right. Me. USD CAD seems like it hit resistance. It was a weekly M3. It was a monthly M3. What is it supposed to do here? Rise or fall? Cool. Cool, and very specific. Thank you, Stone Stone. Follow the M1 S2. Yeah, on a weekly. Well, or monthly, depending on what you think, right? All right, so it is true that if you sold here, your first target's the green zone. Your second target is the gray zone. Okay, great. So where will bulls buy this? Well, on a weekly basis, they were supposed to buy it in this zone. And on a monthly basis, they were supposed to buy it here again, right? What does this tell us? Well, I believe there were bulls front running this pair at this price. And I believe bulls were here for this second chance. At the same time, bears did their job, right? Bears are supposed to sell here. Okay. Am I right? The bears knew this all week, that this was a price on a monthly and weekly basis. Okay. So my point here is bulls did exactly what they were supposed to do. Bears did exactly what they were supposed to do. And if there were bulls left, they were supposed to have stayed in this trade, but they didn't, as they say in America. All right, so yeah, I think there'll be some bullishness here. I would treat this as sideways now. That's how I would treat this. Okay, that's what I think. Euro dollar. Oh, that looks good. Nice, huh? Last Tuesday, this was a counter trend setup. Okay. Look where we are on Friday's low. Very interesting, right? That's the front run on the new central pivot. Yeah. Very nice. And this is the target, as you can already see. Very cool. Now, if you get lucky and you're a bull, this whole area is simply the buy zone. For monthly swing traders. The whole thing, this whole setup is bulls trying to get in the market long term because it's been bearish for quite some time, right? So this is the buy zone for the entire month of June. So if you front ran it at the last week of May, which is logical, or you bought it the first week of June, which is logical, you may be now done for June and you go on vacay. Okay? So maybe you move your stop to break even here, move your stop to break even here, whatever the case may be, and you walk away. Both. I trade with weekly and monthly pivots even if it's a 15-minute chart. Okay. What am I going to do? Ignore these pivots? Yeah, wash your hands for supper, walk away from the charts. All right, so we got a lot of requests. There was like a pound Aussie or thing, wasn't there? Do you have the time? Yeah, that's right, Kenneth. All right, pound Aussie. All right, cool. So what do you think? Pretty easy, right? What is that? That's your weekly swing. You're supposed to take that Sunday or even Friday. What's the target for the weekly swing? And by the way, by the weekly swing, I mean it was 176.79. I don't mean like roughly some sort of general area. 176.79, bro. Yeah, weekly M1. So the target is this green zone. Interesting, right? So now we're in this potential roll reversal area if it's trending. If it's not trending, you'll find yourself back up here tomorrow. But if we are trending, that is your new sell zone. That's clearly a roll reversal. Okay. It's also the 4-hour 21, etc., 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 etc. Okay. So yeah, you could totally sell that. Okay. Now reverse this. I believe yesterday or Monday we talked about this being a potential up and the target being here. I'm sorry, didn't quite get there. Sorry. All right. But it did rise, right? It rose, let's say, maximum 200 pips. Is that 200? 74 to 70. I can't quite see that. It says 200 pips. Doesn't look like 200 pips. What is that? 70? Oh, yes, less than 74. Is that 76? It's about 200. It doesn't look like it, but I guess it is. Yeah. So anyways, my bad. It was supposed to go 250. You only got 200. My bad. Okay. Taking that, okay, I sold this on Monday. Here, I think it was. One of these. And boo-hoo, boo-hoo, came all the way back. So somewhere in here is the GDP data, I think. No, here, there's the GDP data. Too bad, so sad. Now, if GDP had come out different, it would have gone whack. Okay. But anyways, do you see what my trade plan was? Okay. It's a monthly M3, which is a sell, and then on a weekly counter trend trade. Right? Makes sense, right? So you could have, oh, I'm sorry, monthly R1, my bad. Which maybe tells you something. Like when I tell you my sell zones, I'm talking about here. And maybe it's just something that I learned, right? So a lot of people would confuse that and say, well, Wayne, why don't you use the R for your buying and selling zones? And I'll say, well, R typically does this. right? Okay, Alan says, Wayne, I'm switching my account to TradersWay. Which platform and account style would you recommend to a new intermediate trade? I like the variable spread myself, Alan. I don't like paying commissions like on an ECN. I don't know why. I just don't. Paying a spread is fine. And then when a variable spread, under most market conditions, you're going to get a lower spread than a fixed spread. Now, during high volatility events like crazy news, right, it may go a little higher than the fixed spread. It doesn't like jack up to 20 pips, but it might go a pip or two higher than the fixed spread. But I generally don't like trading high volatility events when the market's going crazy. So therefore, on the long term, I'm better off on average with a variable spread. Boom. Ooh, Lady Cash says ECN. So that's where you have like no spread or almost no spread. You pay a commission, right, Lady Cash? And so I don't know. I'm just old school, so I liked the spread. And I don't like paying commissions. I don't know. There's no rhyme or reason to it. Yeah, absolutely, Jacques. Absolutely. That's the whole point. So like, let's say you do like high volatility event-driven strategies. Then you might be better off on either the ECN or fixed spread because you don't face spread risk. You know what I mean? MT5. You know, here's the thing. I looked at MT5. It doesn't look any different, is it? So, yeah, so I don't even know what it is. I'm okay with MT4. I'll look at it, you know. I'd like to trade cryptos with TradersWay. That's what I'd like. Is that what that is? MT4 will be gone? Yeah, so I don't need to move over today, do I? Good morning, Bianca. By the way, let me just say something off script here. I like doing these webinars with you guys, and I'm seeing more and more new names and stuff, or names I haven't seen for a while. People coming in, they're like, Wayne, I've been you for 5 years. Think, I've been doing this for what 15 years now, or something like that. Daily webinars. I still enjoy this hour and a half with you guys every day. You know, it's I love it. It's cool. You guys are awesome. I like hanging with you every day. So thank you for being and asking questions and digging deeper, you know, that kind of stuff. Because, you know, for me, like going through trades and charts and stuff, I mean, I love it. But, you know, I look at it and I'm like, well, see, the short, right? And so I have to like go back and try to find a way to explain, like, yeah, look, you sell, or look, yeah, you buy, or yeah, look, you don't do anything, right? So I like it when you ask questions and dig deeper and like, why don't I feel bullish on that, you know? Or why does this not quite fit the normal rules and stuff? And then kind of get you to do the right work and get off the video game mentality. All that is just, to me is a good thing, you know? It's communal. It's making your world better. It's making the world a better place. It's contributing to the growth of humanity and all this kind of stuff. I just think it's cool. So anyways, honestly, thank you for being part of my team every day. Just found some streams from you on YouTube and make me smile. Right on. Cool, Bianca. Like. So anyways, right on. So please keep asking questions. So I think I covered a bunch of Aussies. I'll show you this one. Aussie dollar, I didn't sell, but we talked about this earlier. You could have sold this, or you could be selling this double up if you want. It's a little late in the week to be counter trending. You're only supposed to counter trend on basically the first 72 hours of the week, but ideally only the first 48 hours. So if you took the first one, that makes a ton of sense. And then if bulls bought the 21, that makes a ton of sense. And now the double top is potential but not probable, right? Do you understand? Like, it's potential but not probable. This was probable, but this is less probable. And if it happened on a Thursday, not probable. But this is what bulls are supposed to do. Do you remember when, I think I've gone through 3 times today. But what happens what are you supposed to do when you open out of position on weekly swing trades? You wait for the retracement back to the 4-hour 21, not the 3-hour 21, not the 2-hour 21, not the 1-hour 21, the 4-hour 21, and you buy that. So it's like these little rules I've given you. The counter trend trade was perfect. The counter trend trade was perfect at the roll reversal and everything, and it's kind of neat. This was not as good as some of the other trade setups at that exact time, but you could have sold this, right? And when I passed on that Aussie dollar short, I took the Aussie Swissy short at that same time. Do you see the reasoning? Let me clear this up. Do you see the reasoning why I skipped the Aussie dollar short, but I took the Aussie Swissy short? Because it was this beautiful little cluster. So I shorted here, right? That's the move. And I didn't take the other one. The other one was valid. It was as valid, just not as pretty. Okay? And then what about this one? At that exact same moment, I said, hey, look at this. So I sold Aussie Kiwi. So I sold Aussie Kiwi. I sold Aussie Swissy. I could have sold Aussie dollar. It was there, but these other two were prettier. And why are they prettier? Weekly M3, monthly M3. And if you're a swing trader, right, you know that I'm taking this on a Monday. Oh, yeah, right? Like, if you didn't take this on a Monday, you're either not a swing trader or you're not watching Aussie Kiwi, which is, okay, you're not trading Aussie. But I told you on Monday that, and you had the calendar all, you can check the calendar and say, oh, Aussie's going to be the one that moves to it. Now, very unfortunate did this, but I might try one of these things, or ignore it and just say, well, the Aussie GDP killed made this go from weak to strong. And maybe bulls trade this like this from now on, and I will very quickly or very soon know. Yeah, John, it was more like it's just a trade. It's not like I'm trading it, John. It's just a trade, right? I don't trade it. It's just a trade, right? So really the logic, John, is it was Sunday afternoon, 5 o'clock, and I'm sitting at my desk trading. I know, right? And so I go through my Aussie pairs. I'm like, I wonder if we have any swings. And I go, oh, snap, that could work. And then I look at this and say, oh, snap, that is gorgeous. And then I look over here, oh, snap, look at that. And it's just more like ka-chow, ka-chow, ka-chow. Right? It's just, it was just there. And then I'm like, what was that? Oh, it's Aussie Kiwi. I couldn't help myself. Yeah. But it's a weekly M3 on a monthly M3. Like, what am I going to do? Not trade it? Yeah. Wilf, the big cat news is at 10, if I'm not mistaken. Right? What? No. Boy, that was lagging. News. Signals, news. Okay. Yeah, okay. Trade balance, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, trade balance. Doesn't matter. PMI matters. IV PMI is at 10, and that's a big deal. That moves CAD. Okay. Then what about pound Aussie, guys? You tell me. How many people here have taken the weekly swing trading course? How many people have gone through all like 16-hour videos of the weekly swing trading course? And you just know it. It's in your blood, it's in your bones, it's in your DNA. Okay. Okay, let's go through this hypothetically. What direction has the market been like for the month? For the last 2 months? I'm not trying to influence your decision. All right, cool. So you might be a bear. Great. If you are a bear and it's Saturday and you're praying to the swing trading gods as a bear, what pivot point are you hoping to sell at as soon as the market's open Sunday afternoon, Monday morning? Weekly M3, which is here. Ha! Bounty. Very bountiful. And of course, the target is this green zone, right? Cool Modi. So I'm just saying, like, when I you know, but whatever. It's all there, man. It's all there. It's all there. Take it or leave it. Love it or hate it. Tomato, tomato. All right. Other currency pairs to cover? We have a few more minutes. What else can I do for you? It's like $1 million, Ellsworth. You have to go to FX Bootcamp. So you can look into that. All right. Are we expecting bad euro or data for next week? I have no idea, Guy. I don't expect anything. Should we be think of a possible front run? Oh yeah. But I wouldn't do that until like Thursday or Friday. You're a bit early. Wednesday's a bit of a stretch. It can be done, but it's a bit of a stretch. Yeah. Yeah, so Ellsworth, that's fxbootcamp.com. All right. Gold. I thought we did gold. Yeah, I think we did, Andrew Anderson. Andrew. Yeah, I think we did that. Pound yen. Yeah, I guess we didn't do any yens, right? Okay, that makes sense. So let me update you, Andrew, on that. It's moving sideways. We discussed somebody, I believe, was doing a trend trading strategy in a sideways moving market. Oh, okay, great, Mickey. Let me see if I can give you an example. I guess, what about this one? Aussie. Okay. Out of position. So when you're trading weekly strategy, let's say, okay, Mickey, you're trading in here if you're a bull. Okay. So let's say the market opens and you're above that and you're bullish. You're bullish in a bullish market. But are you supposed to be buying price like way up here? No. So you're out of position. You're supposed to be buying dips, right? So you're like, where's my dip? It hasn't dipped. Well, it may not dip. So therefore, in scenarios like that, you move to your 4-hour chart, Mickey, and you trade off of your 4-hour 21 as support, because the pivots ain't going to help. Okay? Yeah, essentially. But what's your support, right? You need to know what your support is. So you can also, like, the thing is, you can talk yourself into all kinds of trades. Typically what you would do in a very, very bullish situation is use fibs, but even they didn't fib on a 4-hour, but maybe it fibbed on a 15-minute, right? So you would be doing stuff like this. Come on. Okay, you'd buy that dip and then it would make another high. So you'd reset, you'd buy that dip, but even then it made another high, right? So there's nothing really going on to conservatively buy this. But remember, this is your buy zone and it opened here. And okay, are you going to buy it at the M3? Hell no. That is the worst place you could possibly buy it, right? That's where bears are supposed to sell it. So you're like, well, I want to buy it, but I can't buy it there, and it's not off my pivot zone. So what do? Then you say, well, Wayne tells me move it to the 4-hour and buy it off the 21. This is what Wayne tells me to do. Oh, cool. Thank you, Wayne. Yeah. So, Mickey, are you going to be at the meeting tomorrow, 9 a.m. after this webinar? We're going to work it out, right? Right? Brooke, it's a secret meeting. Brooke, it's totally secret. Ronald, the portfolio managers. Ugh. Ugh. How about the workshop? So I'm trying to get a meeting together with the Illuminati today to confirm that we got it down. But I have the webinar here, or the workshop here. But logistically, I need to triple, quadruple check everything because it requires other people to do other things and other things to happen. And worst case scenario, we bump it till like end of July. So we either do it beginning of June, or we either do it Monday, or it gets bumped to end of July. So a month, no big. I'm doing a day trading workshop. It should be about 5 hours long. Okay, and the plan is to record it live in front of a studio audience at TradersWay for anyone that has a live account open. But I have to triple, triple deck it, confirm it, and then have things done for that to happen. So the plan is to do it. And you know me, I push ahead. But as Mickey knows, sometimes things are not perfect. I push ahead. So like the portfolio manager stuff, you guys begged me to do that for you guys. So I spent thousands of dollars and dozens of hours to build something, and it's not quite perfect. But I found out something else. Another service has let me down, so I have to like get rid of them and find a new service and stuff. But anyways, it's not perfect, but I push through and I get things done. I'd rather have something done and imperfect than have something never done because you're trying to get it. I'm an entrepreneur. Guy Kawasaki used to say something called ship first, test later, right? He's like, look, if your toilet paper is unbleached and it's rough and it comes in a square roll, not a round roll, if everyone else is using leaves, put that toilet paper in the market, people are going to buy it. And then get it on a round roll. And then get it bleach the paper so it's nice. And then get softer paper. But you can update as you go, but you got to get in the market. So anyways, that's my mentality as an entrepreneur. So you guys asked me over the course of months to build a portfolio trading group. So I've done that. People have 25K in their account now. They're slowly trading. But the site's less than perfect, but it works, and it will get better over time. And Mickey was giving me some feedback and all that kind of stuff, and so we're ironing out some wrinkles, but there's not many wrinkles. Anyways, but it will get better. That's the thing. No, gee whiz, guys. I'll tell you what, I'm going to shut down the video and then we can talk about it. If you're interested in the portfolio trading group or whatever, I don't like making this a sales pitch. It's not a sales pitch, but the portfolio manager group is for a specific type of trader trying to accomplish very specific things. It's not a hand-holding, teach you kind of environment. It's for those that are trying to become professionals and need a head start and grow their own account. Okay, but if you want to talk about it, let's talk about it, you know, off the recording. So I'll end the recording now so I can upload it, and then if you have questions, I'll stay and answer them. Okay, and if you have questions about the workshop, I can stay and answer them. If you have questions about the training videos, I can say, okay. But so anyways, to the video people, peace on earth, may the pips be with you, may our profits be above average. Thank you for being a client.